Hi, I'm Jenny Waters with Trackside Model Railroading. We're here with Mike McGinley at the Southwestern Pacific. Now, we've been here before. We photographed the layout as 2006 when Mike was running the Union Pacific with patched SP units. Then we were here again to film the BNSF as 2001. And now the railroad is representing 1992 Santa Fe. So this is an unusual layout where Mike steps back in time, and he can explain some of that. So now, normally it's 5-year increments that you go back, but we've actually gone only 4 years back. So I guess, Mike, can you show us some of the things that are specifically different than when we were here before?
Yes, what we're trying to do is take out some newer buildings and put in more historic looking buildings. And so, as an example, when you were here before, this little gas station was a pile of broken lumber and some rusted out cars and a bunch of trees. This station was a prefab metal building of industrial, out of an industrial building catalog somewhere. Now it's an architecture design, sort of resembles the Santa Fe at Mountain Air, New Mexico, I think, but it's a freelance design, but of a Southwest nature. And this is to carry the theme backwards in time as long as I really want to go. I think I've had a metal loading shed here for specialized garnet sand and covered hopper move. I put a older style loading dock in here, and then behind it all I restrung the pole line, which is a kind of a fun thing to do. These are these Berkshire wire. They're extremely flexible wires, so they can look nice and straight, and you can touch them without breaking them, but not much more than touch them. So this scene here at Paseo is the most changed. Of course, going back in time, we've lost some of the rolling stock, both on the trains and on the highways, to contemporary years, I hope. If somebody sees a newer car in here, don't tell me. Yeah. But anyway, there are future changes. There's some more modest future changes in the, to try to reflect as we go backwards in time. The BN theme will flow back through Northern Pacific history. Of course, by now the Southern Pacific theme will go back to where I used to work. And the Santa Fe was always right next door to where I used to work, because I had the Tehachapi Mountains and the Santa Fe running over the Southern Pacific track. So I was pretty comfortable with Santa Fe too. And my family came from Northern Pacific. So that's kind of the threads of history going backwards. And this is real fun to see trackside modeling here following this anti-historical trend, we'll call it.
Yeah, it's definitely non-traditional, but we've enjoyed it. Is the Paseo station, is that styrene or wood? How did you construct it?
This consists of two, I think, Kirby European style brick buildings over which I laid stucco. Okay. The outside arcade is just cut up pieces of styrene over which I put stucco, and just sheet plastic red tile roof. And it has lights and everything. It seemed kind of fun to set it all up. Theoretically, there's a coffee shop in there, there's a train order office in there, there's a roadmaster and a train master's office and a baggage room. It's kind of small, but yeah, it makes me feel good.
Well, we can maybe light it up and take a photo then.
Yeah.
So, you know, you normally do a 5-year increments back, but you were doing 4, and why? You said there was a reason for that?
Yes, I didn't think this through when I started with the 06 was when I retired, 66 is when I went to work, so it seemed so logical, a series of 5-year steps. Sure. But 1992 was the first year that Metrolink operated around Southern California, and I was deeply involved in the design and construction of the original trackage there, and rode the first trains and did all these things. So I really wanted to include 92. So instead of 5 years, we just went back to 92. Okay. And I hope later you'll be able to see a Metrolink train, because it's the engine, Metrolink's first engine, and I put a lot of miles riding that engine. So this is kind of personal to have my own train.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay. So we can go around and maybe take a look at the McDonald's station because that has also changed quite a bit since.
Okay, let's go.
Great.